Hello and welcome. This is Julie Silver Stitches here on FlossTube and on Instagram. Already better. Today is Sunday, March 1st, 2026, my birthday month. So huzzah! I'm going to, however, say happy birthday to Siski. It's Siski's birthday today, so happy birthday and hope everything is going as well as possible. So let's get started. We are here for a cross stitch update, and so welcome. If you're new here, welcome. If you've come back for your 150th viewing, welcome back. Thank you for being with me. We are here from the Ottawa, Ontario, Canada area of the world, and all my projects are now on the ground because I've already done this once. Hold please. As you can see, this is a new setup. I'm in my bedroom, and we don't necessarily need to see the mess to the left of me. So James is sleeping. If you hear snoring, if you hear Pokemon, if you hear a fan, that's all the reasons why. So I started out this week with really wanting to work on some paper patterns. That, I tell you friends, did not last long. So here we go. I started out with Cozy Winter Mugs. This is a design by KEB Studio Creations. I am working with a new light because my white light ring light does not work in here. I don't know why. Anyway, here we go. This is from this magazine, 2023 February, just cross stitch. I'm saying everything backwards today, regardless of whether I try 600 times. So, this is on, I think it's an 18 count piece of something. Is that better? That's really bright. And there's a coffee sitting on this stand of the... Is that better? Alright. And I'm still like this, but that's okay. Okay, so, but it is better, right? Okay, so I am doing this in Roxy Flossco flosses, and I put in 84 stitches, because I don't know why, but I am counting stitches, and here we go. So I finished, actually this will go back onto the base of the mug itself, so I have finished, I think, the handle of the mug. I brought over the line on top of this border, and I worked on the Y. So that was 83 stitches. I didn't get to the full 100, but I think that's okay because who's counting? Not me. The next thing up is... Where am I putting all this stuff? The next thing up is... Christmas Gnomes by Box and Fox. It was at 2,200 stitches at 9.78%, and now I have put in 236 stitches, so now we're at 2,436, and we are at 10.83%. So this is where we're at. So I finished working on his nose. If I end up getting the, I think it's black. If I end up getting a blackout, 310, I'll put in his eyes next time. And I did 2 stripes of his hat. So that's exciting. So this is the top left corner. I am working it half and half. So, who knows? That's how it's going. So we put in those in there. Okay, so next up is Stitchery Stitch. So this is Never Quit by Stitchery Stitch. We went from 3,062 at 49.92%. We put in 204 stitches, and we are now at 3,266 at 53.24. So this one is moving fairly quickly in the percentages. because anyway, so here we are. Everything that S was done. I'll zoom in, but this is the whole thing so far. The only thing up here now is never quit on the top, so I'm just going to work to the bottom and then do never quit at the end, I think. I don't know. It honestly all depends on what colors are with me at the time, on if I have that color in the stash, and I'm not sure if I have the color that's at the top, or maybe that's the hold it. I don't know the reason why I didn't do never quit. Maybe I'm just leaving it to the end because, anyways. So, yeah, the S was already here, so I did the O, the A, and the N, and that magically is 204 stitches. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, who knows? So we are now over the 50% mark, which is fantastic. So we are even almost at the 55% mark, which is, who knows? This is like, once I got rolling on this project, I've had this in my whip pile for a very long time. So therefore I needed to get it moving because I was, if you didn't know, I was stalling out on that first line where, well, not the first line, but the line that says, 2 days, another day. Anyway, that middle orangey red line, because I didn't know if it was going to fit side to side, and I didn't want to put in the time to try and figure out if it was going to end up being wide enough, the fabric. So it sat on my, timeout whip pile for a very long time. Next up is shish kebab is Pokemon Starters. This is by Floss and Cross. Cross and Floss. Cross and Floss. What is going on? Anyways, we were at 7,700 at 41.72%. I put in 100 stitches, and now we are at 7,800, math, and 42.26. So we added a percentage. Well, we rounded over the percentage. I'll show you the whole thing, and then I'll zoom in to where I worked. So, here we go. This is the whole thing so far. And then, this is where I worked. I filled in Chimchar's face, or at least his ear. I think his face was done, but his ear. I worked down a color, I don't know what it was, to try and keep filling in his little body. And then I picked up white, and for some unknown reason, anyway, filled out the rest of Score Bunny's face, and started filling in his ears up here. So that was 100 stitches. So yes, 42.26%. So just under half, kind of. Every time I film, I keep going over here and saying I want to say this guy's name with the spikes. Every time I film, it's like gone, and then I'll remember it like 6 minutes later. Anyways, we're not working over here at the grass section. We're doing the fire section right now, so we're focusing on fire Pokemon. Small Town Stitches, Leanne is working on, or just finished working on, for the month. She's still going with it, of course, but in her rotation, she was working on Gen 1 Pokemon for her daughter, who just turned 11. Happy birthday to her. 11, I don't know. Where has the time gone, right? Anyways, so, yeah, go check out her progress. She claims to not know any of the Pokemon's names, but, it is what it is. Plus, she's got super great full coverage projects on the go, as always, and you should go check her out because sometimes, I can attest to it too, but sometimes life is just harder than hard. So just go check her out, go support her channel if you're not already, and That would be great. The same with Siski. Life is lifing everywhere on everybody's channel right now, actually. Life is lifing. Anyways, that was my... It seems everybody's going through some kind of something right now. For some unknown reason, cosmic something or other. Anyway, the next one up on my whip list is by Happiness. It is See You Later by Happiness. This is a chart on Etsy. And we are here. So I had already stitched in the top few, but now we're down to... I finished in Polar Bear. So here's the whole thing so far. And then I'll zoom into where I actually stitched. I did only like 36 stitches, so it's not really a huge stitch count, but at least I finished out the colors for this section. So this is Take Care Polar Bear. So I did Take Care Polar BEA plus like 3 stitches of the R. So I finished off the R, and I had already done part of his hat and part of his scarf. This is gonna obviously be a polar bear, but he is all white, so we might try and figure out another color to put in there. I don't know. I'm not really a white stitcher on white fabric, as you already know, and this chart, for some reason, I chose white, but it has a lot. It has a lot. Okay, so that is now at 4,036 and 43.26%, so that is also going, zooming along. Okay, so last but not least, because everybody's wanting to see this one the most, this is Pokemon, no, it's not, this is Watching the World Go By. This is the mini by Lucy Pitaway, Heaven and Earth Designs. It has been retired for a while now. You can get it on Bothy Threads as a kit if you want to get this. Well, last time I checked, it was on Bothy Threads as a kit. Here we go. This is this. This is where we're at. It's looking great. I'll zoom into where we were working last night. This was the last thing that I picked up. I ended up putting 609 stitches into this last night. No, I ended up putting 500 stitches in last night. But apparently I did 109 stitches somewhere along the way this week. I don't remember that. Anyways, life happens. I did finish off all of the other colors except for all the green. So now what's left is the green. I finished off the sheep. So they're all finished. Last time I needed to work on his head, I hadn't finished all of the 310. So that's all done. I think I have a few more stitches of 310. I did finish off one color. So now we are down to, I'll put it down here, I think it's like 4 or 5 colors left. So that's great. So now we are at 96.61% with 1,716 stitches. We are almost there, party people. Almost there. So that's exciting. I'm excited for that because what am I going to work on next that's so exciting? I don't know yet. I don't know. When I finish that, I think I'm going to have like a full reset button because I don't know. That is the first part of my FlossTube. I am going to come back in shortly, in a little bit, to let you know about what my future current this week, March, plans are. What I'll be focusing on, even though I'm not going to be telling you what exactly each project is for, because I find that when I tell you what each project is for, gone. I have no interest in working on those projects for that reason at all. So, this week should be a normal week. We do have 2 medical appointments, one on Monday and one on Friday. I know that on Monday, there's an electrician coming in. James doesn't realize, I don't think, that I'm filming, but that's okay. He is somehow slowly waking up and not. That's okay too. because he needs his pills. So hold on, and I'm going to do all that, and I'm going to come back with plans, and I will be back soon. Hello and welcome back. This is the hair that just came out of a ponytail. Okay, so it's been a few hours now, still just as woken up as before, but I've gone through what might be what we're working on this week. Are you ready? I pulled out far more than I think I can accomplish, but maybe even a little bit of progress on all of these whips will get us somewhere, right? So let's start from the top and go to the bottom. I'm not telling you what they're all for, but they all have a game or something as a thing. Okay, so first up on the pile is Celestial Gathering. This is weird. This is just like, it looks like the screen's cut off, but it's a dresser. Okay, so and this is my stack of this. Whoosh. This is a stack of magazines and books, and this is a door to another room. We don't use it. Okay, so still in the bedroom. Okay, so this is Celestial Gathering. This is wherever I decided to go. And then here we are, starting point for Celestial Gathering. It's a Dimensions kit. And here we go. 14 count dark blue Ada. Most of you have seen it. That's the starting point. I don't know where we're going if we get to work on it. Using kit stuff. I don't have the picture anymore for the actual page of the picture. It's gone forever. But yeah, I found the digital rendition of it, and ta-da. Okay, so next up, if I get to work on it, if I don't get to work on it, life happens, will be from this. This is Seasonal Cottages booklet, and we are working on this one. Wow. We are working on Spring Cottage, and this is by Alma Lynn Hayden. Kit, or no, not kit. This is a 14 count Ada. For those of you who don't know, I might film the rest of my video with this lighting, because this lighting's fantastic. This is where we're starting. Maybe now we'll realize what exactly needs to happen in order for me to film here. So this is our starting point. The top row of pages are done. Now we're going to move on to the bottom row of pages, finally, if we get to work on it. And how I'm debating on what I'm going to work on, there's a few factors. I've created a wheel, and with 2 different games that I'm playing, and then whether or not you guys post FlossTube frenzies. Okay, so this is Dragon in the Morning. This is a design by Randall Spangler, the artist, I should say. Heaven and Earth Designs. We are playing Stitch in the Parked Threads. This is where we're starting. For this, I can tell you details. So, where are we? Dragon in the Morning, 16,000... Nope, lies. So yeah, okay, so 16,550 stitches. Currently at 15.62%. So, whoops. If we get to work on it. There's no set goal of how many stitches per project. I'm just going to say that, because I think that is the pressure. That's the pressure that I build on myself, that, oh, I need to get 737 stitches on this. That's not going to happen. But if I say that's right now's project, and let's see how far I get. If I get 5 stitches and I get 500 stitches, great. Progress is progress. Something else that's coming out this week, most likely, is, well, I already know because I have to work on it today because of something. Anyways, but this is Beginner Seashell by Mini Beginner Seashell by Kayomi Hirai of Heaven and Earth Design. We are currently at 15,100 stitches, and it is with the hanging threads included. Sorry, maybe I'll get that stitch in this time. Currently at 59.69%. So I've made myself all the way down. I've made myself go all the way down to the bottom. These are the bottom stitches of the piece. So that's exciting. This is on a 16 count piece of 18 count piece of Aida. 2 strands. Everything 2 strands. Just depending on what count the Aida is. Why the puffy? Why? Why am I puffy? Anyways, next up on the list is, this is Antique Circle Sampler. This is by 2x2 Stitch Art on Etsy. I'm using a variation of Roxy Flossco threads. That's the color palette that I decided on. We are currently looks like this. We have 1,200 stitches completed. There it goes. 1,200 stitches completed at 3.36% so far. This is on like a titanium or a platinum. Not sure which. Looks like 18 count. This is the 18 count week, I guess. This is also on 18 count. This you guys have not seen for a very long time. This is Hazel's World Giraffe. This is by Dakota Dateweiler of Heaven and Earth Designs. Not there anymore. But so it's been retired. Right now we are at 11,000 stitches. I guess I showed this last week because I put in 70 something stitches, but we are at 45.14%. So chances are I'm going to be working in filling in this diagonal here because it's not completely filled in yet, and then we'll see where I go from there. I'm not 100% sure, but that's that. That's also an option for this week. Another option for this week is Pokemon starters. This is, again, by Cross and Floss on Etsy. Pokemon. We are currently, just as a reminder, at 7,800 stitches and at 42.26%. Chespin. Chespin. That's the name of this guy down here. Chespin. I'll put, if I can find a picture, I'm sure I can. Yeah, I'll find a picture of him online or on my phone because I have, a data dex on my phone. That's his head. That's his headpiece, his hat, his top of his head. Alright, something else that most likely will come out this week again is Mini Watching the World Go By Lucy Pittaway. Retired Chart by Heaven and Earth Design. Currently at 48,909, and we are at 96.61%. So this might be another focus piece. Maybe I can knock out the maybe I can knock out the 716 stitches this week. Hey, if I do like 102 per day, then definitely I will, but we'll see how that goes. Who knows? I was not planning on making this a daily stitch, but could be, because, why not? But again, we'll see how that goes. We'll see the feels of the week. Something that everybody has not seen in quite a long time is Forever Friends by Oleg Gavrilov of Heaven and Earth Design. I started this with a random stitcher, Lorna, and this is where we're at. This is all of this width is the first page. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to work all the way across the top. So this is the top right start. This is my only top right start that I have. This I think is on a 16 count. And I quite enjoy how it is filling in. I'm very happy with it. Where are we at? Hey, Oleg. So we're currently at 1,300 stitches and at 2.04%. So I think, yes, that's what I will do. I will carry on once I finally get 934, I think is what I'm missing in here. Those 2 stitches are 934. If I get those, then I will continue on along the top. Otherwise, I'll just keep working down into the body of the first page, that partial page, that first page on the right, to then do that. That is the end of that pile. So if I do end up getting through all of these, that'll be a miracle. That'll be great. If I don't end up getting through all of these, then stay la vie and we'll move on to next week and what next week brings. Some projects might be out for a little while. Some projects might get added. Some projects might get taken away. Some projects, we'll see how that goes. Just know that I am playing Milestone Manor. I am playing FlossTube Frenzy, playing whatever, and I am stitching along with Season 5 of the Great Canadian Bake Off Challenge show, whatever it's called, on CBC. Anyways, if you are in Canada, you can find it there. I'm watching it on CBC Gem because I don't have cable or TV access, which is fine. But otherwise, I think that might be it. Have a great day. I'll smush this all together and hope for the best. And I will see you next week. Sparkle and shine. Bye, everybody.